PlyWiz has become an essential part of our daily work. We couldn't imagine working without it anymore.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel from PlyWiz and today I'm joined by Leo from Ayos Composites to talk about their experience using PlyWiz. Hi Leo, could you briefly introduce yourself and your company?
Hi, my name is Leo Reiner. I'm the co-founder of Ayos Composites. We operate in New Zealand and the Philippines, and we work in the pre-preg and autoclave sector, mainly for aerospace and marine, but also for sports applications and prototyping.
Okay, so let's talk about your workflow before PlyWiz. How did your process look back then?
Before PlyWiz, our workflow was quite fragmented. We imported our cuts from CAD into a 2D program. Then we repaired and connected the geometries, which sometimes took hours until they were ready to nest. And then we had to use separate nesting software before we could send anything to the cutter.
Okay, and where did you lose most time in that process back then?
The biggest time wasters were definitely repairing and connecting the geometries. Also, the imports often caused issues. Labeling and handling all the rotation also slowed us down a lot.
And what convinced you to switch to PlyWiz?
The key reason we chose PlyWiz is that we can now do everything in one single program. The interface is extremely easy to use. We're much more flexible, especially in prototyping and when last-minute changes come in. Everything is much faster now.
And how long did things take before PlyWiz, especially until files were ready for the cutter?
In the past, it often took weeks, especially with large parts. We spent days preparing the geometries before we could even send them to the cutter. The nesting process was also much slower.
And what features bring you the most value for your daily work?
The biggest value for us is the optimizer. The time savings are enormous. And the automatic labeling and all the practical features like rotating, mirroring, multipliers, they make our workflow much more efficient.
And where did you see the biggest difference today compared to the old workflow?
Biggest difference is the overall time from CAD to the first part. And when changes come in, we can react much faster. We used to avoid small adjustments because they took too much time. Now we can implement even the tiniest improvements instantly.
And who would you recommend PlyWiz to?
We'd recommend PlyWiz to anyone working with pre-pregs or other composite materials. To be honest, the price-performance ratio is great, and our old nesting software was much more expensive. PlyWiz has become an essential part of our daily work. We couldn't imagine working without it anymore.
Thank you, Leo, for sharing your insights. And to everyone watching, you can learn more about PlyWiz or try PlyWiz today at plywiz.com.